Hey, so this is Abdurrahman Suleiman. I know my name is hard to pronounce, so you can call me Abe, or you can call me Bibo. Bibo is my gaming and work name. Abe is like my creator name. And I actually been a creator for like 8 years now, but most of my content is always in Arabic. It revolved around software, books, and um, entrepreneurship. It's my passion. But this is the first time that I really wanted to step out of my comfort zone and maybe try to speak freely. So this YouTube channel has been like, I think it will be around just raw content, maybe very simple edits. Don't know if that will change in the future or not, but I think in the age that we're in, everything is just around being fast and being fake and using AI to generate everything. I just wanted to be authentic and I just wanted to speak freely. Um, so I'm a software engineer. I've been doing it for the past 10 years. Throughout my career, it's either I'm joining a startup early on or building my own startup. And I've always been the technical guy. I've always been the guy that joins someone who has a vision, someone who has some sort of an idea. Maybe he did some validation and he just wants someone technical to build it. And because like I find I found a lot of joy in building things that never existed and bringing it to existence and actually help someone out. Like I like to call myself not a builder but an inventor because invention actually uh, helps humans in general evolve or like solve a lot of problems. And so I've always been like the guy that at some point who's meant to be someone who build a very big business. I like to call that like like the unicorn and all of that. Like I've been obsessed with the guys that like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs. I even read a lot of memoirs about anyone who succeeded in business. And I just used to fantasize around them. I used to fantasize around that I'm building my own business. Like my favorite book of all time is Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, the story of Nike. Man, that book, I just never had enough of it. And I used to imagine myself among these people and like taking decisions and speaking to customers and solving problems, and it gets me excited. Like I could like daydream for a long time. Um, like I've been always the guy that always read a lot of books. Like you can see here, like all of these are books. Like I think I read more than 200 books, like from the Lean Startup, Zero to One, like even Build Shoe Dog, Traffic Secrets for Russell Branson. Like I've always been the guy that is preparing himself to be like to lead a great company, you know, and watch documentaries and everything. So I thought that I'm ready for this. Like like when I decide that this is that I will do this, it will happen. It will just like everything will fit in place. I've been preparing myself for years now. It has been my dream. So when I embark on that journey, everything's going to like fit in one place. But the truth is, life is very humbling. Um, I decided that I like really want to build my own thing, and yeah, like I've always been the technical guy. How hard is it be like to be the one that does the validation and like speak to customers and do all of that? And that's when like I just started my first journey myself. Like actually, maybe in another video, I'm happy to speak deeply about like the startups that I did before and what I learned from them if you're interested. Um, but apart from that, like the current startup that I'm working on is called Preceptor. And I started with something that I had in mind, which is uh, like I've always been like struggling with the other side of the technical stuff. Um, to be specific, like how a user is dealing with the app that I have or the website that I have. There are a lot of analytics tools and everything, but it requires a lot of input and a lot of investment in time, and no one had time for that. And when we had like, especially the session replays were a gold mine, where it had everything the users are doing, but no one had the time to like bring a pencil and paper and like write what the users are doing. So that's why I decided like, hey, with the rise of like the vision models, why not build something that can actually do that for you? And that's where Perceptor was born. I started building it in like March 2025. And I had a co-founder with me, but he didn't make it. He didn't withstand the pivot hell, as they say. But like, of course, he had his own reasons. But for some reason, I decided that, yeah, I didn't want to quit. And yeah, like it has been almost like a year and a half now, and yeah, like I'm not ashamed to say that I've been stuck in this for a while, and I have an actual product. Like I had a product, I built it, and I did what the books are saying, like like mom test, lean startup, and everything. Like you have to go to speak to customers and everything. And I started reaching out to customers. I did more than 50 interviews, I think. Maybe I should do more, of course, but I did a lot of reach out. I spoke with a lot of customers, but the truth is, like, I realized that everything is not like 1 + 1 = 2. It's in reality, it just that's not how it works. Like, it's not like code, like you have a function, the output. So yeah, like that's where like I started to realize that maybe it's harder than I thought. And like I was very hard on myself, with everything that's going on, like founder, like you look at everyone like in San Francisco and everything, and like, oh, the founder, he just started like a couple of months ago, and now he have like 3 million runway, and he doesn't even know what to do with that because he just has like San Francisco like in his name, like it's just like, man, like, and I've I've applied to YC for like 6 times and I got rejected just because like I'm not in San Francisco. It's just, like things get to you, like, that you have that burning passion that, yeah, I want to build something and I really know that I'm meant for this, but it's just it's not as easy as it is. Maybe that's because like that's the test. That's why like you keep watching motivational videos about like it's getting hard and you'll be lonely and everything. Or maybe it's just like you're not meant to be. That's something that sometimes I think about. But it just, like, this is a message that I want to say, like, for me and for everyone who's watching, that no matter what you see in LinkedIn or like everywhere, like everyone brags about everything, but the reality is it's okay to take your time. Like I watched a podcast about the founder of Clay. It was in Arabic, and like it's called Mughamra, which is like adventure in Arabic. And he spoke about like he spent at least 5 years looking at the abyss and like just throwing things at the wall until he actually like managed to start Clay. And maybe that was a sign that I wanted to keep going on. Um, like, so back to Perceptor, like what I did is like did custom interviews, did a lot of like open Notion document, took notes and everything, and tried to find patterns and all of that. Like, yeah, there are like some sort of pain, there's some sort of there, but like like, okay, so you try to sell, but no one's still buying. So maybe they didn't buy because I still have a lot to learn, or maybe it's because like the market is not right. I tried to sell to engineering managers, to product managers. Now I might try with founders, but I just now like I took a break. I took a break for a while, and that's why like I decided to start this, because I wanted to get my thoughts out. And now I took like 10 steps backwards, and like if I've been for this for a year and a half and I haven't made progress, so definitely this has something to be changed. Maybe I need to pivot a little bit towards different customers, maybe towards different product entirely, or like different market. Like maybe I can use the same technology to e-commerce, for example, to be very specific, or maybe the whole idea with the whole market, maybe start something from scratch by myself and find myself a co-founder, or um, return back to the thing that I'm good at, which is like finding someone who has an idea and they just need someone technical to build it with them and do that. I still don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, I thought that maybe it's better to document this in across like the journey, how things will go, because one thing that I know for sure is that that's what I really want to build, a big unicorn, something that I want. And I have a gut feeling that it will things come together at the right time, but I have to do my work and I have to do like my part of the journey, and like the outcome will come by itself. um, yeah, so stay with me with this journey, and if you have any thoughts, any advice, I'd love to hear it, and see you in another video.